Were you ever jealous of the love Jada had for Tupac?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, it was beyond friendship for us.
You're watching Live from the Plaza Stories, where we go deeper than the headlines and give you the full picture. This is not a story about Tupac the rapper. You know that story. This is a story about Tupac the man, the one who made rooms turn before he ever released an album, the one who dated Madonna in secret for over a year, who was Jada Pinkett's soulmate, but never her boyfriend, who made Will Smith feel like a coward just by existing, who married a woman in prison and moved on before the ink was dry, who was connected to Whitney Houston in ways Bobby Brown never got over, and who died with Kidada Jones, the daughter of Quincy Jones, in the hotel room that night. This is Tupac, the Mac, before he was a legend, when he was just the most magnetic man in every room. Part 1, what made him magnetic. You need to understand what Tupac was before you can understand why so many women of that caliber were drawn to him. Born in Harlem, 1971. Mother, a Black Panther. Raised across multiple cities in poverty. At the Baltimore School for the Arts, he is studying ballet, jazz, poetry, and acting. He has almost nothing material. Jada describes him as having 2 pairs of pants and 2 sweaters. But he walks into a room and it changes. Every person who was around him uses the same language. Magnetic, gravitational. He pulls you in. He is funny and brilliant and emotionally raw in ways men are not supposed to be. He talks about pain like it belongs to him. He protects people. He's also unpredictable and excessive and clearly self-destructive. But that combination, the poet and the street soldier, the ballet dancer who carried a gun, created someone that women of enormous stature wanted. And what makes this story remarkable is that he never promoted it. He didn't brag about who he was with. Nobody knew about Madonna for 20 years. The Art of Dialogue interviews with people around him confirm he was just living his life. They came to him. Part 2, Jada Pinkett, the one he proposed to. Baltimore, 1986. Jada Pinkett is selling drugs. She walks into sophomore orientation at the Baltimore School for the Arts and catches eyes with a kid in an alpaca sweater across the room.
But as soon as he approached me, he was like a magnet. It was like once you paid attention to him, he kind of sucked you in. And we hit it off.
He walks straight to her. They talk for hours. They become completely inseparable. We became close friends pretty quickly, she says. We were pretty much inseparable from the day we met. They are together constantly, staying up late, sharing food, performing together.
I thought I could get over. I tried to play safe, but my mom said, no, wait, forget it.
They lip sync Will Smith's Parents Just Don't Understand as teenagers. Of all songs, at some point they kiss to see if there is something romantic there. They both pull away immediately. Mutual disgust is how Jada describes it in her memoir. They understand. This is something different. And then Tupac eventually asks her to marry him.
I mean, it was beyond friendship for us, as far as just, it's really difficult to explain because the type of relationship we had, you only get that once in a lifetime, so.
She tells him they are best friends. He accepts it. Here is what that friendship does to Will Smith, who marries Jada in 1997 after Tupac's death.
Were you ever jealous of the love Jada had for Tupac?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I thought you were
Oh
gonna say
my
no.
God, that dude. And that was in the early days.
He writes in his own memoir that Tupac triggered the perception of myself as a coward. He says he was consumed by raging jealousy and that he wanted Jada to look at me like that. He's in the same room as Tupac multiple times and never speaks to him. Too insecure. He calls it one of his biggest regrets. Jada and Tupac are not speaking at the time of his death. They had a falling out. She never gets to say goodbye.
He was like a brother, father figure to me. Very protective, and we took really good care of each other. We took really good care of each other, the best that we could. But we gave each other a lot.
Part 3, Madonna, the best kept secret in music history. 1993, Soul Train Music Awards.
Me against the world, Tupac!
Madonna sees Tupac and tells Rosie Perez to set it up.
But Madonna, she was there, and she came up to me and she was like, yo, what's up? Y'all are together? And I said, no. She goes, really? I go, yeah. She goes, hook me up. I said, you got it. And
Rosie, who is Tupac's friend and date for the evening, makes the introduction. Tupac says, hook that up. They begin seeing each other for over a year in complete secrecy. Nobody in the hip-hop world knows. Nobody in pop culture knows. It stays buried for over 20 years until Madonna mentions it casually to Howard Stern.
I was dating Tupac Shakur at the time, and the thing is, he like got me all riled up about life in general. So when I went on this show, I was feeling very gangster.
I didn't know you dated Tupac Shakur.
That was a surprise, yeah.
That's shocking to me. That's never been out there, I don't think.
20 years of secrecy over in one sentence. They made a song together. It gets pulled from her Bedtime Stories album because her label does not want the Tupac association after his 1994 legal problems. Then in January 1995, while Tupac is incarcerated, he ends it. A letter surfaces in 2017 via TMZ. He tells her that dating a white woman at his level of visibility and with his image would damage his career. He writes that it would not hurt her at all, but for him, it is a different equation. He is 23 years old and wrestling with what his community will think. Madonna says the letter breaks her heart. Part 4, Keisha Morris, the prison marriage and the exit. 1994, New York nightclub, Tupac meets Keisha Morris, a pre-law student. They fall hard. He's arrested in November 1994. In April 1995, while he is in Rikers Island prison, he marries her. She visits every day. She is his anchor through the darkest period of his life. Then in October 1995, posts his bail, and Tupac signs to Death Row Records. He moves to the West Coast. The marriage shifts almost overnight. Keisha tells The Sun, things were getting very different once he got bail, and I felt like I wasn't needed anymore. The annulment comes through in March 1996. She never says a bad word about him. Part 5, Yo-Yo, Heather Hunter, Salli Richardson, and Jasmine Guy. There's a whole layer of Tupac's romantic life that gets less attention, but is just as real. Rapper Yo-Yo crosses paths with him in a recording studio. They fall in love after they split. She says they become like siblings and that they stay connected until the day he dies. Adult film star Heather Hunter appears in the How Do You Want It video.
He contacted me and he wanted me to be in his video. You know what I mean? He was like, please come out to LA. You know, he really wanted me to come back to LA for good because I was back in New York.
After Tupac personally reaches out to her, she moves back to LA, partly because of him. She calls what they have spiritual.
I would say more like a spiritual, it was everything, you know what I mean? I can't, don't let me go there.
Actress Salli Richardson connects with him during the filming of Gridlock'd in 1996. Someone in his circle describes him during this period with precision. Pac was with so many beautiful, classy, and cool women. He wasn't only hanging out with women who were just pretty. He had some exceptional women. Jasmine Guy, lead star of A Different World, the show Tupac guest starred on, develops a real closeness with him. Afeni Shakur confirms Tupac sometimes stays with Jasmine during his difficult 1994 trial. These are not rumors.
When he was with me, I thought I was helping him go to the next part of his life.
Like grow, evolve, yeah.
These are women who are drawn to him in the same way because of the same thing. He sees them.
And he told me he wasn't gonna make it past 25. I always thought he was just talking shit all the time.
Part 6, Whitney Houston and the Bobby Brown claim. Bobby Brown publishes his memoir in 2016, 4 years after Whitney's death. In it, he claims Whitney Houston had an affair with Tupac while she was married to him. He calls it a betrayal. Nobody can confirm or deny. Whitney is gone, Tupac is gone. But the claim being made at all tells you something. Because what Bobby Brown is saying is that one of the most protected and monitored women in music at the absolute height of her global fame was involved with Tupac Shakur. Part 7, Faith Evans, the photograph and the diss track. 1995, a party in Los Angeles. Faith Evans, wife of the notorious B.I.G., is there. Tupac is there. A photograph surfaces of them together, Faith leaning on Tupac's shoulder. Comfortable, easy. This is at the exact peak of the East Coast, West Coast war. With her husband, the man Tupac believes set him up to be shot at Quad Studios. In Hit 'Em Up, one of the most vicious diss records ever made, Tupac explicitly claims he slept with Faith Evans before writing the track. She has always denied it. The truth is unconfirmed. But that photograph and that lyric and the way Faith has never been able to fully escape either is woven into hip-hop history permanently. Part 8, Kidada Jones, The Last Love. Kidada Jones is the daughter of Quincy Jones. Tupac has previously made public comments about Quincy marrying a white woman. Kidada is offended. She wants nothing to do with him. Then they meet again. He apologizes genuinely. She gives him her number. He calls her the same day. According to people around him at the time, he tells his mother, "I love her. She's going to be my wife. She's having my children." They move into a house together in Calabasas. They live together for 4 months. On September 7th, 1996, they are in Las Vegas. Tupac and Suge Knight are at the Mike Tyson fight at the MGM Grand. Kidada is at the hotel. She does not go to the fight. Tupac is shot 4 times at a stoplight as their convoy travels from the arena. He is taken to hospital. She is there. She is one of the last people to speak to him before he goes into the coma he never wakes from. He dies 6 days later. He's 25 years old. Kidada writes years later in her father's autobiography, "Tupac was the love of my life. He and I lived together for 4 months, and then he was murdered in Las Vegas in 1996. It was the most horrible thing that ever happened to me." He never promoted it. He never bragged about who he was with. He was 25 years old with a body of work and a personal life that most people spend a full lifetime building. Madonna, Jada, Kidada, Whitney, Faith, Yo-Yo, Jasmine, Salli, Heather, Keisha. Women at every level of the industry and the culture, all drawn to the same man with 2 pairs of pants who studied ballet in Baltimore. And the reason none of them ever fully got over him is the same reason we're still talking about him 30 years later. He was real. Drop in the comments. Which woman's story surprised you most? This has been live from the Plaza Stories. Subscribe for more.